Some housekeeping before I start. I'm combining Aliens of London and World War 3 into one review, as even though they are 2 episodes, it's just one story. I'll do this as all multi-part stories going forward, including later in this series with the Empty Child and Dr. Dancers and Bad Wolf parting of the ways. The episode starts with a recap of Rose again. So in 4 weeks we've had Rose, then at the beginning of the next episode there was a recap of it, and then there was another one this week. Are the BBC that worried that we aren't going to remember something that happened 4 weeks ago? But as the episode starts proper, we get an interesting look at the impact on the people the companion leaves behind. In the original run, this was addressed sometimes, but not to this level. Rose's family and friends were left wondering what happened to her. Was she dead? Was she just missing? It's something Rose nor the audience really thought about, and now we're seeing the consequences. It's what Russell does really well, taking the big infinite universe and bringing it down to this very personal level. Is it perfect? No, of course not. Can it be a little ham-fisted and on the nose? Yes, but bear in mind they're still in the process of not only trying to win over the public after years of negative connotations of the show, but the BBC itself, who was still not 100% sure of the show when it gave it the green light to come back. By doing this, Russell is almost trying to sneak a science fiction show out through the disguise of a family drama. I'm oversimplifying it quite a bit, but my point still stands. So the family drama of the episode plods along until an alien spaceship crashes into the Thames. I remember the sequence being all over the promotional material when the series came back, and you can tell they were definitely trying to make this their own version of Independence Day, with this big, huge set piece to set everything off. We then get to number 10 and see the government in a flap, and we meet this aide. Right, I know it's a very niche thing to point out, but as you're aware, my brain does not work the way most people's do. Rewatching this in the years since the broadcast, I can't take this character seriously. This is not a dig at the actor at all, he is absolutely fine. But he also appears in A Touch of Cloth. So when he's walking and talking, all my brain can do is think about one of his many speeches from A Touch of Cloth.
Prefer to get around by walking, which he did by placing one foot on the ground before transferring his weight to the opposing leg. Kept himself to himself, never been found dead before, so this is out of character.
Does it ruin the episode? No. But it's also all I could hear whenever he was on screen. I'm really sorry. As the world's reeling from what has happened, the Doctor tries to sneak off.
And where do you think you're going?
Nowhere. It's just a bit human in there for me. History just happened, they're talking about where you can buy dodgy top-up cards for half price.
This is so true. It's so British. We focus on the trivial when the whole world could be melting around us. An invisible threat that could infect anyone? Yes, but I've got a voucher for McDonald's. Anyway, this is also doubled down on a bit later when we see people getting drunk and using the aliens as an excuse to do so. Again, this is such a spot-on observation of our culture, using anything as an excuse to get pissed. Aliens? Let's drink. Day off from work? Let's drink. That football team that happens to be local to me and I've never shown any interest in whatsoever, they've won something. Drink! This then leads to a lovely little moment when the Doctor accidentally walks into a room full of soldiers. It's obviously years of watching James Bond films and the MCU that I was conditioned to expect a smart-ass quip. But it didn't happen. The Doctor just stands there for a moment and waits for this moment to properly sink in. I found this so refreshing to experience that not everything needs to have a witty retort. Sometimes the humour is just in the simple observation of the moment. Any more will be overkill. I've gone as long as I can without talking about Penelope Wilton. I love her. She is amazing and is the best thing about this story. Most people will probably know her from Downton Abbey or maybe even Sean's mum from Shaun the Dead. As a kid, I remember her in The Borrowers, but she'll always be Anne Bryce to me. If you've never seen Ever Decreasing Circles, you need to. It's one of the funniest things you'll ever see. Here she is brilliant and seems so believable, but also so ridiculous at the same time. It's an extremely hard line to walk, but she perfects it. The entire world could be about to be invaded by aliens, but all she's worried about is her constituents and their hospital. It's so mad, but also so true. It goes back to the idea of the British focusing on the trivial while ignoring the bigger picture. She only appears a couple more times in Doctor Who, and with a bit of a character shift, which is a shame. I would love for her to become a full-time companion. The first episode ends with a great cliffhanger. Spoilers, I suppose. Maybe? I don't know. It's a real callback to classic Who, with the Doctor and his companions in certain death situations. But this is spoiled almost immediately by them showing the next time trailer. It really undermines the impact of the ending. Yes, I know the Doctor will survive and he'll win the day, but just a little bit of tension would have been nice. Again, it's showing they are worried about losing viewers between episodes. But me, personally, if on a cliffhanger like that, I'm more likely to tune into the next part of the story if I have no idea what's going to happen. The Ninth Doctor also gets a few more chances to show off different elements to his character. We see hints of the war veteran he's become, showing that he knows he is capable of winning regardless of the cost. But we also see him being manipulative, with him emotionally playing with Rose just a little bit to get her to come with him. This is so reminiscent of Sylvester McCoy's Doctor and the way he would manipulate people around him as if they were pawns in a game of chess. Again, it's good to see Russell showing little glimpses of previous incarnations, proving that he is a fan at heart and wants to do the show justice. My biggest criticism is the humour of the story. There's moments of slapstick like Mickey running into a wall. There's also a ton of fart jokes. Look, anyone who knows me knows I find farts one of the funniest things going. Yes, it's puerile and it's stupid, but that's exactly why they are funny.
I'm sorry, Sean.
Oh! Oh my god, that's rotten!
I'll stop doing them when you stop laughing.
But here they aren't funny. A well-timed fart joke can be hilarious, but not one time did any of these jokes make me laugh. It's the most like a kids show the series has got so far, and it's definitely doing more harm than good. If it was just once or twice then it would be fine, I think they would have got away with it, but they are constant throughout the 2 episodes, and not once are they funny. I never thought I would spend this long talking about farts on a YouTube channel. Upon rewatching the story, I feel this is definitely the first one that could be skimmed over with no great impact on the grand scheme of things. It feels such a shame to say that, but it's true. Not all episodes can be winners and much watch ones. But that will all change with the next episode.